Here's your First Warn weather forecast first. Sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
It's a cold night out here at Festival of Lights, but a jolly one as the lights have just recently been turned on. We're handing out our ornaments as we speak. A little bit on the colder side though. Temperatures will be approaching the 0-degree mark over the next couple of hours, and wind chills likely setting in the double digits below zero, but it won't last all that long. As our high pressure slides out of the area, we'll see a quick rebound in our temperatures going forward. Many spots right now sitting in the single digits at 7 degrees in Rockford, Janesville, and in Monroe. And our wind chill likely approaching 0 degrees. But through the night, we'll see a quick warm up, eventually even pushing us to the 20s tomorrow. How much warmer we could get by the weekend, and previewing our chances for snow ahead. Coming up in your most trusted forecast a little later.
Police discover explosive devices in a Rockford home. The suspect now facing charges.
Plus, holding Stroll on state amid strong winter weather, while organizers chose not to cancel or move despite 8 inches of snow.
And Rockford Fire's latest recruits complete training. The graduation ceremony celebrating the new firefighters.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We thank you for being here. Tonight at 5, police say they located multiple explosive devices inside a Rockford home.
A 29-year-old suspect is now facing new charges. Joshua Kelsey is accused of possessing explosives. Kelsey was already in the Winnebago County Jail on unrelated charges. Police were tipped off about possible explosives at a home on North Church Street. Investigators confirm 3 devices were recovered and all were deemed to be viable explosives. The devices were removed safely and disposed of by the bomb unit. A Rochelle man will spend almost a decade in prison for drug possession. Christopher Reed's been sentenced to 9.5 years. Officials say the 31-year-old was arrested following a January traffic stop. Officers found nearly 30 grams of cocaine in a backpack. Reed pleaded guilty to possession with intent to deliver.
Tonight, Beloit police are searching for a man they say responsible for a deadly shooting. A nationwide arrest warrant has been issued for 42-year-old Clifton Jones. He was charged last month with multiple weapons charges. He is not, though, in custody. Jones is suspected of shooting and killing a 51-year-old man on White Avenue in Beloit in October. A second man was also shot, but his injuries were not life-threatening. Beloit police say they're working with local, state, and fellow investigators to arrest Jones. Tonight, Go Rockford is talking about why it reimbursed Stroll on state vendors for permit fees and why the event went on as scheduled.
Some wonder why the event couldn't have been moved to a different day. Eyewitness News reporter Stephen Lewandowski spoke with Go Rockford earlier today. Stephen?
So Go Rockford helps put on Stroll on state, but the snowy weather caused many to avoid the event altogether, causing vendors to take on heavy losses. President and CEO of Go Rockford, John Groh, says it's not realistic to move the event on such short notice. According to Groh, the planning for Stroll on state is year-round. Permits for the event can take 30 to 45 days to be approved. Organizers for the Stroll have permits in place months in advance. Due to the massive scale of the event, moving or canceling the event wasn't an option.
If we had moved it a day or a week, they may or may not have been available. The food that vendors purchased and were ready to sell wouldn't keep for a week. Businesses were open on Saturday, some aren't open on Sunday. So really for a variety of reasons, it's either a go or a no-go decision.
Groh expressed his empathy for vendors who took on losses this year. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from a vendor about the loss of profit. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Stephen. Today is the coldest of the season so far. A Rockford church is once again opening its doors to those who have nowhere to go to get out of the cold. Second First Church will open its overnight cafe at 6 tonight. It will remain open until Sunday due to the frigid temperatures. If you do need to spend the night, you should enter through the Jefferson Street door. The Oregon Area Chamber of Commerce is suspending operations at the end of the year. Chamber officials cited financial challenges over recent years for the decision. The board will remain in place to consider other restructuring options. Membership dues collected for 2026 will be refunded before the suspension takes place December 31st.
The Rockford Fire Department welcoming its newest members. A graduation ceremony for the fall 2025 recruits took place at NIU Rockford today. Chief Rebecca Tayo swore in 9 recruits. It comes following their completion of Fire Academy training.
The strength of the fire service has always been its brotherhood and sisterhood, the unbreakable bond forged through shared purpose. As you step into your stations and your new responsibilities, know this: you are ready. You've proven it with your actions, your determination, and your heart.
To join the department, the recruits had to go through written and physical ability tests, multiple interviews, and intense background investigation.
A local nonprofit dedicated to supporting people with disabilities gets an early Christmas gift. Hard Rock Casino Rockford held a check presentation today. The ARC of Winnebago, Boone, and Ogle counties was given a $2,000 donation by the casino. The ARC provides those with intellectual and developmental disabilities assistance and resources they need. While the group appreciates the donation, they say you don't need a big check to support them.
Every donation matters to us, whether it's $5 or whether it's $500,000. It all matters to us because we know that if somebody chooses to donate to us, that they are also understanding the importance of people with disabilities staying in the community and truly feel like they belong.
The ARC has supported area residents since 1966.
Hundreds of state line residents received unclaimed funds from the state of Illinois. We held our iCash telethon with the Treasurer's Office Wednesday to help match you with your money. Representatives answered more than 1,600 phone calls, over 1,000 more than last year, and 613 callers found claims of cash or property totaling $425,000, actually a little bit more than that. If this includes you, you still have to follow through with the State Treasurer's Office to receive your money. If you need to look, just claim or check. You can have unclaimed money too. Just visit the State Treasurer's website.
An Illinois senator calling for stronger protections for DACA recipients.
When we return, the details on Senator Dick Durbin's latest efforts to pass the DREAM Act.
And coming up tonight at 6, an Oregon company's been in business for over 75 years. We'll take you inside FN Smith and tonight's Made in the State line.
It's a cold night out here at Festival of Lights, but a holly and jolly one. As we head through the rest of the evening, temperatures approaching 0, but we will see a quick rebound back to the 20s. I'll let you know if that comes with chances for any snow on the way. Coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Sports Director Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Democrats, including Illinois Senator Dick Durbin, joined immigration advocates on Capitol Hill today.
As the president ramps up immigration raids nationwide, those Democrats are calling on Republicans to help protect people brought here to the U.S. illegally as children. Raquel Martin reports from Washington, D.C.
Our communities are being hunted.
Immigration advocates say now more than ever, Congress needs to protect DACA recipients. Thursday, Democrats reintroduced the DREAM Act. The bill would give those brought to the U.S. illegally as children a pathway to citizenship.
I'm not giving up on you.
Retiring Democratic Senator Dick Durbin has tried to pass the DREAM Act every Congress since 2001.
This is the proud son of an immigrant who's doing everything he can to help the next generation of immigrants.
That includes urging former President Barack Obama to create the DACA program. The 2012 executive order opened the door for thousands of undocumented immigrants to work and live in the U.S. legally without fear of deportation. Since President Donald Trump's return to office, advocates estimate immigration agents have detained as many as 20 DACA recipients. California Democratic Senator Alex Padilla says that includes one of his constituents who is deaf.
He cannot hear, but he was stopped and detained by federal agents while working at a car wash in Los Angeles.
While the DREAM Act has some bipartisan support, the bill faces an uphill battle.
I think we've got a long way to go to fix the problems that were created under the Democrats.
Republicans like Missouri Senator Eric Schmidt say the priority right now is enforcing immigration laws on the books.
There's a process by which you can come here legally. If you don't abide by that process, you don't have a right to be here.
The Trump administration is encouraging anyone undocumented in the country to self-deport. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
It is way below freezing in the state line tonight, and it's only going to get colder.
Jordan is braving the cold at Festival of Lights right now. He'll come to us live and let us know what we can expect with his full forecast coming up next.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
We're out here at Festival of Lights, just kicking off, giving out all of our ornaments. The lights have turned on. We've got plenty of cars coming through our line, and the lights really lighting up, making for a very beautiful picture. Fresh snowfall on the ground from just this past weekend, paired with the clearing sky. The only thing we're missing is additional snow coming down, but nonetheless, a glorious evening and a very holly and jolly one. We're helping to spread some of that holiday cheer, still handing out some of our ornaments here, but it's going to be a cold and cool night ahead. We have a clear sky, as you can see with our Mercy Health SkyTrack camera overlooking downtown Rockford. That's atop the Supply Corps building, brought to us by Window World, still showing off a very clear sky, along with the moon that you can see there off in the distance rising over the Rock River. Underneath that clear sky, we had high pressure today, and that brought us some of the sunshine, but the sunshine did not do much for our temperature. We only made it to 14 here in Rockford, but that clear sky here into the night tonight going to allow our temperatures to drop off just as quickly as we did last night, seeing those numbers dipping into the single digits. We're already in the single digits in many spots area wide. You can see the axis of where that clear sky, high pressure, and relatively fresh snowfall pairing together to make for that colder air mass situated overhead. Locally, we are now at 7 degrees in Rockford, Harvard, Janesville, and in Monroe, as well as down in Sterling. 2 degrees out in Galena, but when you factor in that wind chill, it feels like 13 below. Our wind is starting to pick up a little bit, although out of a southerly direction, going to generally bring us slightly warmer weather, but not here in the near term. That increase in our wind does continue to drop our wind chill values through the next several hours. In many spots, we'll be feeling closer to 10 or even 15 degrees below zero as we head over these next several hours. But after midnight and closer to about 10, 11 p.m., our temperatures start to climb a little bit, along with our wind chill values. That's with the increase in a southerly wind following the passage of our high pressure system. 0 degrees is where we head for that overnight low temperature tonight, although I think that will be reached likely prior to midnight with a rising temperature thereafter. It does not come with much in the way of cloud cover as we head through the overnight hours. Wind does remain a little bit of a factor as that high pressure will now be passing over the area. 26 though for tomorrow's afternoon high, so a big jump from where we were today. That does come with an increase in our cloud cover as we head into our next weather system. That will start to approach Friday night into Saturday and bring us our next chances for some light wintry precipitation. That will arrive in the form of some wintry mix and possibly a few flurries. That chance would be primarily Friday night, but a very slim one, I may add. Most of that will be situated up to our north. The second chance, which will arrive Saturday evening and Saturday night, will be a slightly higher chance. That'll bring us a potential for some accumulating snowfall. It won't be much, likely in the neighborhood of a couple to maybe a few inches of snow, of that light fluffy type of snow. That third system then will arrive as we head toward Tuesday night and early into Wednesday. That one could be a bit more of a messy system as it brings us the potential for some wintry mix with warmer air feeding into that system and then colder air on the backside. That kind of more active pattern with several of these weather systems riding that temperature gradient in between warm and cool air going to continue to be the trend into the middle part of December, as highlighted here by the Climate Prediction Center. Going forward for this week specifically, temperatures will likely see several days in the 20s with overnight lows in the teens. We'll see a few rounds of that Arctic air flowing in behind each of these systems, particularly for Sunday night into Monday, bringing another one of those very cold nights with likely close to, if not sub-zero wind chills. But we see a more active pattern, a few chances for some snowfall. Won't see much in the way of any accumulating snowfall in each of those systems, but the best chance arriving Saturday night into Sunday.
Thank you, Jordan. Stay warm.
Yeah. Well, Drew's in next with sports.
Here now for some Chicago and Green Bay action. Stay with us to hear from both coaches ahead of their matchup Sunday.
Now sports with Drew Collins.
It's that time of the year where the State Line fans can grab bragging rights. The Packers will host the Bears on Sunday for the battle of the top of the NFC North. First place of the division is on the line and maybe even for the conference as well. The The last time the Bears were in Lambeau, they won, and that was without Ben Johnson. Green Bay would argue that they were also without All-Pro pass rusher Micah Parsons. So the question is, can the Bears protect Caleb Williams, and can the run game continue to dominate a fierce front seven of the Packers? Ben Johnson is confident in his guys.
We've faced a number of good ones. You know, I think the last one that you really earmarked to a degree was Max Crosby. Hutch was another one just like that up in Detroit. And so we faced a number of them. We got obviously both Micah and Rashawn Gary here this week. And I think our guys do have some confidence. I do think they're playing well up front in both the run game and the pass game. I'm talking about our offensive line. They're doing a really nice job right now.
And you got to, in the most critical moments, you got to be at your best. And unfortunately, a year ago, myself, we weren't at our best.
Unfortunately, there are a ton of injuries for both teams heading into the game. Here are just a few notable updates on the Bears. TJ Edwards was limited in practice. Jalen Johnson was a full participant. Kyle Monungai was limited. Roma Dunze did not practice, and Tyreek Stevenson also did not practice. And for the Packers, Jordan Love was a full participant today. Edgerton Cooper was a full go as well. Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, and Matthew Golden were limited. Packers and Bears fans should keep their eyes on tonight's game in Thursday Night Football. The Red Hot Cowboys will face the Lions in Detroit. The Lions are 7-5 and in third place in the NFC North behind both the Bears and Packers. Kickoff is set for 7:15. And the Blackhawks will take the ice in LA tonight. They'll face the Kings. Puck drop is at 9. That's sports. We'll be right back.
And before we go, a new officer was sworn in this week at the University of Illinois Police Department.
She's what they're calling a zero to a hero. Stevie was a rescue dog before almost 2 years of training to become a therapy canine. She'll serve on the community outreach and support team, or what they refer to as COAST. She's also trained to go on crisis calls. An officer says they couldn't have brought Stevie on staff at a better time.
We can't keep up with the requests. It's been overwhelmingly popular. We still have to turn people away just because there aren't enough hours in the day. From our students to the surrounding community, we get constant requests every day for the dogs to come, especially with finals coming up on campus.
Stevie will be all over the U of I campus helping students with their mental health.
Final look at your forecast with meteorologist Jordan Wolf live at the Festival of Lights. Jordan.
It's a bit of a cold one out here, guys. Temperatures are approaching that 0-degree mark, but we're keeping ourselves warm with some jolly spirit. Handing out the last of our ornaments now. Temperatures approaching 0 degrees. Wind chills closer to about 10 or 15 below zero for the next couple of hours. But we do get a warming trend overnight tonight. We still keep the clear sky, high pressure overhead with the First Warn interactive radar. But as we head closer to tomorrow, back to the 20s, slim chance for a few flurries late Friday night. Better chances for some snow arrive Saturday going into the early part of Sunday.
All right, try and keep warm out there, Jordan. It's a perfect night to go to Festival of Lights. You can stay in a nice warm car.
I know, and
don't
help
have to
contribute.
Get out.
Yeah,
there you go.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again at 6.